Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Robert Fitz. I'm Director of Corporate Development for EXFO out of Canada. And today is the last day of the Mobile World Congress 2014. And I had a chance to spend the last 4 days looking at a number of companies here on the show floor. What I wanted to report back is what my findings were. You know, in the telecom world, especially in wireless, there's a lot of test and measurement and service assurance solution companies that are here exhibiting. And there's dozens of companies that have expertise in this area. What I've noticed though is that there's a lot of trends in the industry that are changing quite rapidly. Number one is that it seems like the number of people that are working in the field to install, maintain, troubleshoot, and enhance the performance of wireless networks is increasing at a very large rate. At the same time, the expertise of those personnel are not increasing at the same rate. So there's a huge gap in between the knowledge level of the technicians and the engineers in the field and the equipment manufacturers and the requirements to install and test and turn up those solutions. In having looked at some of the other test vendors, there's a number of very competent companies in this space, and they're all providing very deep technical visibility of the networks. What I think sets EXFO apart from those is our ability to provide solutions which are much more simplistic in the way that they're operated and used. For example, instead of presenting just 1,000 parameters that then a customer would have to have knowledge upon, EXFO is providing a solution that not only takes the measurements, takes the parameters, evaluates the parameters, gives a pass and fail indication, but also gives a clue as to where a problem might exist and where a solution exists, and the application of that solution. In the knowledge gap that's created between technicians, engineers, and the detailed setups of the equipment, this is key for EXFO. And we think that our products have the unique ability to provide an operational expense return on investment as they are used more and more by people in the field to find problems quickly, solve problems quickly, and get networks back online in a most rapid manner. There's two other aspects of keeping a wireless network highly tuned for customers. One is the fact that there are so many parameters to be measured and so many information that are being generated by the various equipment at play that it becomes difficult to manage all of those indications in a simultaneous manner. EXFO's service assurance solutions are getting better and better at being able to take multiple parameters, correlate them together, correlate them by geography, correlate them by subscriber, correlate them by network equipment manufacturer brand, and correlate them by the type of event. Correlate all those together in order to give a single point of presence where a solution may need to be applied, where there's tuning of the network needed, where there's a problem that exists, and where there's a solution that can be quickly and rapidly implemented. The second point on this is that there's many vendors out on the floor here at Mobile World Congress who have plug and play. And in fact, these plug and play does indeed work very well. The difficult part becomes when you have 2, 3, or even 10 vendors that are trying to interplay together. It's very easy for one single vendor to control their entire environment. It's not so easy for a 10 vendor environment to behave in a correct manner. So some of the tools from EXFO are very good at discovering and exposing and explaining some of the interactions between two different equipment manufacturers, and mobile network operators can use that information as leverage to feed back to the network equipment manufacturers about bug fixes, software anomalies, and even timing issues, which are very hard to solve otherwise. The last point that I wanted to cover is the complexity that is growing and growing. With the number of applications, the different ways that people are now using smartphones, the increase in the number of smartphones on a global basis and the number of subscribers on a global basis. When all of this is married up with thousands and hundreds of thousands of applications, hundreds of thousands of users, millions of subscribers, the complexity is growing and growing. So whereas in the past maybe a single person with a single piece of test equipment could go to a single location, could solve a problem, now many of the problems are more about scale, complexity, and geographic diversity. So a key to making an efficient operation and keeping costs under control within a mobile network operator is the ability to manage across large geographies, different networks, different parts of the network, and to be able to drill down to those things that are really causing the single issue that's costing money. So with that, that's my summary for Mobile World Congress for 2014. Very interesting show, and thank you for taking a look at EXFO and the solutions that we offer.